Okay, so on page 8A, we're going to go over um, basically scales. And a ratio called a scale is used in making a model to represent something that is too large or too small to draw as its actual size. The scale compares the size of the model to the actual size of the object. So a model airplane is made to a scale of 1 inch is to 2 feet. So it's going to be proportional to a real airplane, except it's going to be shrunk down. It's like they took a real airplane, used a magic machine, and shrunk it down. Everything is still proportional, it's just much smaller. And it's smaller, it's based upon the scale. So when I have scale problems like this, what I like to write at the beginning is model over actual, because I want to make sure I'm consistent with what I put on top and what I put on the bottom. Because the most common mistake is you think you're putting, the model on the top, but then you put it on the bottom. But if you have it right in front of you, you're much less likely to make a mistake. So the scale is 1 inch if it's the model to 2 feet if it's the actual plane. And that's going to be to inches to feet on this side. Now, this problem is saying this is the scale, but if the wing of the actual plane, so actual goes on the bottom, is 18 feet, how long would the model be? So again, I set up a proportion. I use the cross product property rule, 2x equals 18, and I get x equals 9. So my model wing would be 9 inches. Okay, so if you think you understood that one, try to do number 2 on your own, and then play the video when you're done to see if you're right. If you're not quite sure, you can watch me do it. So an architect creates a scale model of a school. The school is 50 feet high. The ratio of the model to actual, so again, I'm going to write model to actual, is 6 inches is to 75 feet. And then I'm going to right away write inches and feet. And it tells me that the actual school is 50 feet high. So the 50 goes on the bottom, this becomes x. So now I have 75x equals 300 because I apply the cross product property rule. So x equals 4. So my model height would be 4 inches. Okay. So again, if you think you can do the next one on your own, do it first. Stop the video and turn it on when you're done. So I have a dollhouse replica of my actual house. My scale is, and again, I'm going to do model over actual. And it's 2 inches is to 5 feet equals blank inches to feet. If my actual is 25, what's the model? So now I have 5x equals 50, x equals 10 inches. So my model would be 10 inches tall. Okay, so stop it again and try to do number 4. So number 4, I have model to actual is 1 inch is to 4 feet equals blank inches to blank feet. And the actual length of the car is 12 feet. So what's the model? So I get 4x equals 12 and x equals 3 inches. Okay, so that is the end of today's lesson. So what you're going to do now is you're going to look at the homework board and see what the homework is, and you're going to start doing that in class.